OMG, you guys, it is finally here. macOS Tahoe 26 is officially out, and I have been playing with it all morning. My Mac feels so new and shiny. I literally just finished unboxing my new MacBook Pro, and installing this was the very first thing I did. Apple said this update was all about making our lives easier, and let me tell you, they were not kidding. It's packed with so many amazing new things that feel like they were designed just for us, regular users. It's not just about a few new wallpapers, even though the new Tahoe ones are gorgeous. This update genuinely changes how you use your Mac every single day, making everything smoother, faster, and way more intuitive. I am so excited to walk you through everything. This isn't one of those super technical updates with features only developers will notice. No, this one is for everyone. Whether you use your Mac for school, for work, for creating amazing videos, or just for browsing the web and watching movies, there is something in here for you. Apple really listened to the feedback this time. They focused on quality of life improvements that fix those little annoying things that have bothered us for years. Think of it like getting a new car. But instead of just a new paint job, the engine is quieter, the seats are more comfortable, and the GPS finally knows that new shortcut to your favorite coffee shop. It's just better in all the right ways. One of the best parts about macOS Tahoe 26 is how welcoming it feels, even if you are not a tech expert. Get ready because your Mac is about to get a serious upgrade. Okay, first up is a feature that I hope you never have to use, but you will be so glad it is there if you do. It's called Recovery Assistant, and it is honestly one of the best ideas Apple has had in years. We've all been there, right? Your Mac is acting weird, maybe an app crashed or something just isn't working. You get that little feeling of panic. You start thinking, oh no, do I have to wipe my entire computer? Did I lose all my files? It's the worst feeling ever. Well, Recovery Assistant is here to hold your hand and walk you through fixing the problem without all the stress. Think of it like having a friendly Apple genius living inside your Mac, ready to help 24/7. Instead of booting into a scary-looking technical screen, you now get a simple, friendly interface. It asks you questions in plain English, like, what seems to be the problem? An app is not working correctly. My Mac is running slow. It's not intimidating at all. Based on your answers, it suggests simple, safe steps to fix the issue. For example, it might suggest clearing a specific app's cache or running a quick diagnostic. Things that would have required a ton of Googling before. The best part is how it guides you. Let's say you choose the option for a slow Mac. The Recovery Assistant won't just throw a bunch of tools at you. It will analyze your system in the background and might say, it looks like you have a few apps that are starting up automatically and slowing things down. Would you like me to show you how to manage them? It's so helpful. Next up is something that I am so happy to see Apple add to the Mac App Store. They're called accessibility nutrition labels. You know how foods have nutrition labels that tell you what's inside? Well, now apps have something similar, but for accessibility features. This is such a huge win for inclusivity and makes the App Store better for absolutely everyone. When you look at an app's page now, right next to the privacy labels, you'll see a new section that clearly lists all the accessibility features the app supports. This is amazing because it takes all the guesswork out of finding apps that work for you. Before this, it was really hard to know if an app would work with features like VoiceOver, switch control, or even just support for larger text sizes. You would have to download the app and just hope for the best, which could be really frustrating. Now you can see everything at a glance. The label will tell you if the app has captions for videos, audio descriptions, or if it's designed with colorblind-friendly palettes. It might even say if it has features for users with motor impairments. It's all laid out in a simple, easy-to-read format, using clear icons and simple text. This isn't just for people who rely on these features every day. Maybe you just want an app with better contrast because you're using your Mac in a bright room. Or maybe you want to watch a video with captions on because you're in a quiet library. Now you can check the label and know for sure before you even click download. It encourages developers to think more about accessibility from the very beginning, because now their efforts are visible to everyone. It creates a positive cycle. Users can find accessible apps, which means more people will download them, which encourages more developers to build them. It's a small change on the page, but it represents a huge step forward for the entire Mac community. So next time you are browsing the App Store, take a look at these new labels. Okay, now for the one everyone has been waiting for. Apple Intelligence. This is Apple's new AI system, and it is woven into macOS Tahoe in the most amazing ways. It's not like other AI that feels like a separate app or a weird chatbot. This is different. It's private, it's personal, and it's designed to help you with the things you do every day on your Mac. It feels less like artificial intelligence and more like helpful intelligence. It's smart, but in a way that feels natural and intuitive, which is what Apple does best. It runs on device for most tasks, so your data stays private and secure, which is super important to me. So, what does it actually do? So much. In Mail, it can help you write emails. You can give it a simple prompt like, write a polite email asking my team for a project update, and it will draft a perfect email for you. You can even choose different tones, professional friendly. It can also summarize long email threads so you can catch up in seconds. In Pages, it can proofread your documents and suggest better ways to phrase things. It's like having a writing assistant built into your entire system. This is going to save me so much time when I'm writing scripts for my videos. Another super cool feature is how it works with images. You can now search your photos using natural language. Example, query typed. That picture of my dog wearing a party hat at the beach from last summer, and it will find it instantly. There's also a new cleanup tool in Photos that lets you circle an object you want to remove from a picture, like a random person in the background of your perfect vacation shot, and it just magically disappears. It works so well, it's almost like witchcraft. But the real magic is how it all works together. It's a huge leap forward for the Mac, making it a truly personal and proactive device that helps you get more done more easily. This next one might sound a little technical, but trust me, it's going to make a huge difference in your daily Mac life. Apple has introduced a brand new disk image format in macOS Tahoe 26. For years, we've been using DMG files to install apps. You download the file, you double-click it. A window pops up. You drag the app icon to your applications folder. It worked, but it was always a little clunky. We all have a desktop full of old DMG files we forgot to eject and delete. It's a mess. Well, Apple is finally fixing this. The new format is called Apple Package Image, or PKGX for short. It's a total reimagining of how app installation should work. Now, when you download an app in this new format, you just double-click it, and that's it. The app installs itself directly into your applications folder, quietly and cleanly in the background. No more virtual disk drives appearing on your desktop. No more dragging and dropping icons, it just works. A simple notification pops up telling you the app is installed and ready to use. It's so much cleaner and faster. But it's not just about convenience. PKGX files are more tightly integrated with macOS security features like gatekeeper and notarization. This makes it much harder for malicious software to disguise itself as a legitimate app installer. The new format also uses better compression. Download files are smaller. This saves you time and bandwidth, especially on slower connections. It's a win-win-win. Easier, safer, faster. All right, it's time for our first hidden feature. This is one that Apple didn't mention on stage, but it's a really thoughtful and important addition for millions of users. In macOS Tahoe 26, there's a new keyboard layout called ABC India. This might not sound exciting at first, but it's a huge deal. For years, people in India who type in English have had to use either the standard US or UK keyboard layouts. But the way English is used in India, often mixed with regional languages and specific terms, is unique. This new keyboard is designed specifically for them. It includes easy access to the Indian rupee symbol, Rs, right on the keyboard, so you don't have to search for it in the character viewer or remember a weird shortcut anymore. It also makes it easier to type in a mix of English and various Indian languages, Hinglish, Tanglish. The keyboard's predictive text and autocorrect are much smarter about understanding this mix, so you get fewer frustrating corrections and more helpful suggestions. This is more than just a convenience. It's about representation. It shows that Apple recognizes the diversity of its user base and is building features that cater to specific regional needs. It makes the Mac feel more personal and welcoming to users in India. You can easily enable this new keyboard by going to System Settings, Keyboard, Edit, under Input Sources. It's a small change that will have a big positive impact on the daily workflow of so many people. Okay, hidden feature number 2 is for all my fellow creators, gamers, anyone who uses pro apps. macOS Tahoe 26 comes with Metal 4. Metal is Apple's graphics API. It lets apps and games talk directly to your Mac's GPU. It powers high-end video editing, graphically intense games, so everything runs fast and smooth. Every new Metal unlocks more power, and Metal 4 is a massive leap. This is the secret sauce that makes your Mac a creative and gaming powerhouse. What's new in Metal 4? Dramatically improved ray tracing performance. Ray tracing creates realistic lighting, realistic shadows, realistic reflections. Metal 4 makes ray tracing faster and more beautiful. Future Mac games will look absolutely stunning. For creators using Blender, Cinema 4D, you can render 3D models with lifelike lighting much faster. Huge boost for 3D artists. Another big update, mesh shaders. They give developers new control over complexity and detail in a scene. Imagine a massive, sprawling city. Mesh shaders render distant buildings with less detail. Add more detail as you get closer, all much more efficiently. Bigger worlds, more complex scenes without slowing your Mac. Not a gamer, not a 3D artist. You still benefit. Performance improvements are system-wide. Foundational update that raises the platform's performance ceiling. This last hidden feature is a little more niche, but it's super clever and solves a real problem for people transitioning to Apple Silicon Macs. macOS Tahoe 26 includes a new developer tool that lets you temporarily disable Rosetta 2 for a specific app. For those who don't know, Rosetta 2 is the amazing technology that lets Intel apps run on Apple Silicon Macs. In the Get Info window for an app, there's an option that says Run Without Rosetta. Checking this forces the app to run native Apple Silicon code. Why is this a big deal for regular users? It gives you more control and helps you solve problems. Say an app should be running faster on your new Mac. Use this feature to check if it's a universal app. Try running it without Rosetta to see if it performs better. It's like a secret power user switch. So, after all that, we get to the big question. Should you update to macOS Tahoe 26? My answer is a huge, enthusiastic yes. This is one of the most exciting and user-focused macOS updates I've seen in a long time. It's not just about one or two big features. It's about hundreds of small and large improvements that come together to make your Mac feel faster, smarter, and just more fun to use. So go ahead. Open up System Settings, hit that Update button, and get ready to enjoy the best version of macOS yet. You are going to love it.